All right, let's dive straight into this explainer where we unpack Joe Navarro's absolute game-changing insights on reading people. We've all heard the saying that actions speak louder than words, right? Well, when you look at the science of human interaction, it goes way, way deeper than that. Words can easily deceive us, but the human body? It rarely lies. Today, we're going to decode those silent signals together. As Navarro's research establishes, every human body is an open book. You just need to know exactly how to read it. Think about those really high-stakes moments in your life, whether you're proposing to a partner, trying to close a massive sale, or just trying to figure out if your boss actually liked your pitch. A person's body language tells far more truth than their spoken words ever will. To make these 6 crucial lessons super easy to remember on the fly, we are going to learn how to do a quick, top-to-bottom anatomical scan of the people you interact with. We'll literally start at the face, move down to the hands, and finally observe the lower body. This gives you a structured, systematic way to process what you're seeing without getting totally overwhelmed in the moment. So, here is our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. The open book. 2. Reading the face. 3. Decoding the hands. 4. Secrets of the lower body. And 5. The limbic brain override. Let's hit section 2, reading the face, specifically the eyes, the throat, and focus. All right, here is lesson 1, looking around. Now, people express boredom in a lot of different ways, but this one, it's the most glaring. If you're talking to someone and they're constantly darting their eyes here and there, or, as we literally see everywhere today, pulling out their phone to mindlessly open and close social media apps, well, they simply aren't interested. They are actively scanning the room, looking for an excuse to get away from you. Moving just a bit down the neck, we arrive at lesson 2. If a person clears their throat right before or even immediately after answering your question, pay close attention. That is a massive, involuntary tell that they are scared, nervous, or trying to hide something from you. It's a literal physical manifestation of discomfort when they're too nervous to just tell you the absolute truth. And that brilliantly illustrates our third lesson regarding the eye pupils. The shift is subtle, but man, is it powerful. When someone sees something they actually like, their alertness spikes and their pupils physically grow larger. On the flip side, squinting immediately signals a negative feeling. You can literally watch their brain accepting or rejecting information just by seeing how their eyes adjust to the light and the situation. Moving on to section 3, decoding the hands, or the pocket problem. This brings us to lesson 4, and it's a fascinating contrast between our intentions and how we are actually perceived. You might think keeping your hands shoved in your pockets during social interactions makes you look, effortlessly cool and relaxed. But the reality? Others will subconsciously read it as you feeling awkward, uncomfortable, and insecure. Taking your hands out immediately signals openness and confidence. It's a real game changer. Up next, section 4, secrets of the lower body, focusing on knees and feet. This is where it gets really interesting. Because we spend so much energy trying to control our facial expressions, we completely forget to police our legs. That leads us to lesson 5, the knee clap. Imagine you are sitting with someone, and suddenly they place both hands firmly on their knees and lean slightly forward. They are physically bracing themselves to bounce. It's a seated starting block. They are quite literally preparing their muscles to stand up and get out of there as fast as humanly possible. So the crucial point here for lesson 6 is this. Stop listening to their words and just look down at their feet. If you want to know if someone is actually interested in talking to you, their feet will point in the direction they want to go. People point their feet toward the person they are fully engaged with. If their feet are pointing towards you, great, they're interested. But if their torso is facing you and their feet are pointed towards the door or somebody else, listen, they're subconsciously ignoring you and trying to leave. Let's tie these observations together. Notice how multiple cues from our stand, like looking away, grabbing the knees, pointing feet outward, they all act as involuntary flight responses. When you start seeing 2 or more of these popping up together, the message is absolutely undeniable. That person's body is screaming a desire to escape, even if they are politely nodding and going, to whatever you're talking about. Finally, section 5, the limbic brain override, and exactly why all of this works. It all comes down to how our brains are wired. You see, you can easily control and manipulate what you say and exactly how you say it with your conscious mind. But your body language, the throat clearing, the dilating pupils, the shifting feet, that is managed completely unconsciously. It is a wildly reliable truth teller because it operates entirely under the radar of your conscious control.
This dynamic is entirely due to the limbic brain. This is the primitive part of your nervous system that acts completely on its own to keep you alive. It processes the world and reacts in milliseconds, making sure that true emotions leak out through your physical movements way before your conscious mind even has a chance to filter them. Actually, scratch that. You simply can't manipulate the limbic system as much as you might want to. It just doesn't work.
Understanding body language essentially means reading people's minds by reading their limbic reactions. So to wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a quick question to test your newly acquired social intelligence during your very next interaction. Take a second, do a quick top-to-bottom scan of yourself, and ask, what is your limbic brain broadcasting right now?